there's an easy way of living healthy, but unfortunately we have decided against going against it. I'm sure you are all familiar with this touch me not plant.
Yes.
Nothing is good and nothing is bad as long as it's within the limit. And then the beauty of this one is not in flowers or any of these things, it's in the leaf. If you feel it, it has a velvety texture. So see, there are many uses of retaining it here than removing it. Sandalwood tender leaves are edible.
Okay.
I don't have labor. I'm not able to invest heavily on the modern kind of farming. So I just go with the flow. I let nature thrive and I just take what she offers me. This farm is no special place. Any other place, if you just hand it over to nature, it'll make sure that these plants come there as well. Something more here. I'm sure you are all familiar with this touch me not plant. Okay,
yes.
So there is an electrical signal that is sent when we touch it, which actually signals it to close it, because that's their defense system. Like for example, what happens is I have my cattle grazing here. Now if they start grazing this, to avoid overgrazing, what they do is they send out these electric signals and they close themselves, and after a few minutes they open up again. So the beauty of this one is, this is called as Mimosa pudica is the botanical name of this. And you can see people come and ask me, why have you left these thorny plants grow in your field? But then there's a purpose. As I told you, nature has a reason why it is growing these plants. This again is helping me maintain my nitrogen level in the soil. It is making my soil fertile. Like for example, this also will have root nodules.
Yes.
Okay. Or I can show you one more thing.
You can see tiny small nodules, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, see here, root nodules here. Okay, so these are again fixing nitrogen for me. And imagine the leaf becomes my manure and fodder for my plants. This also is food, by the way. You can make nice chutney out of Mimosa pudica. Okay.
From this?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And it's a very nice pain reliever. Especially good for females in case if they are suffering a painful menstruation. Okay, all you have to do is take some of these leaves and make them into chutney and then have it. So amazing stuff. So see, there are many uses of retaining it here than removing it. See, my farm might not look good to my eyes, but then it's functional.
Yes.
Okay, so that is what we have to observe while in nature. Then since I'm sitting here, I also want to see what other things are there around me. This is one thing I noticed. This is Euphorbia hirta is the botanical name.
Euphorbia hirta.
Hirta. H-I-R-T-A.
Okay.
Euphorbia hirta, or it's also called milkweed, because when you snap it, you actually get milk here.
Yes.
It lactates. Okay. This is also commonly known as asthma weed.
Asthma weed.
Yes.
Okay.
It is highly useful for relieving asthmatic attack or chest congestions and all those things. People make concoction out of this and then they drink it. This also can be used as food.
Oh.
We make tumbli out of this.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. See, there's an easy way of living healthy, but unfortunately we have decided against going against it. So this is Euphorbia hirta for you. What else? Yeah, I can see something here again. See this? This is a variety of tulsi. It's a wild tulsi, highly flavorful, and this again is very good for joint pains. And we also use this to make our tea.
Tea.
Yeah.
Okay. Along with lemongrass.
No, this has a unique flavor, so we make separate.
Okay.
Just out of this. With lemongrass, I use clove basil.
Okay.
This is another wild basil. This has a different smell. You can smell this. You can't smell.
Okay.
Okay, taste and smell, that is one thing missing in today's world, in digital
Digital media.
media.
We can show only.
Yeah.
Show it how it looks.
Okay, while we are here, I want to introduce you to another plant. I'm really feeling sorry that you viewers are not able to smell anything, because this is actually an experience to smell and feel the senses. Okay, this is called Frema tomentosa. That's
Frema.
about Prema. Frema tomentosa, or in Kannada we call it as EG Mara.
EG Mara.
EG Mara. I don't know for what reason Britishers named this as bastard steak.
What?
That's the common name of this thing.
Okay.
Don't ask me.
Okay.
Okay. Don't ask
Oh.
me why. But this is a host plant for a kind of butterfly. So I have seen a lot of butterflies coming here when it flowers, when it blooms. Gives you fantastic white flowers. And then the beauty of this one is not in flowers or any of these things. It's in the leaf. If you feel it, it has a velvety texture. Okay, which has a velvety texture. You can see it here. You can feel the tender leaves. And when we used to go out on trekkings and all, we used to look for these leaves because they have a very fine, very beautiful smell. Okay, fragrance, lemony smell.
Lemony smell.
Yeah,
Okay.
it has lemony smell. So when you are on a trek, when you are on a hike, if you feel tired, we look for these plants which has limonene. There's a chemical component called limonene. Limonene is the one which gives this lemony smell. Okay, so any plant with that, if you smell it, it kind of relaxes your senses and it's very relaxing. So you feel energetic, re-energetic again.
Then why
to push
English
forward.
called as bastard?
Oh, I don't, let's come out of that thing. I don't know the reason
Okay.
why they call it as it's, no.
Is it a big tree or it's just like a
It is quite a
stump?
big tree. It is quite a big tree.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you one of the big trees later. But then the beauty of this one is it's in the flavors. Okay, so the lemony thing. What we used to do as youngsters when we got on hikes is we used to harvest these leaves and then make it into a cup like this. And in case if we come across any wild jungle fowl eggs,
Okay.
then we used to break the egg into this and we used to make nice omelette in
The
this,
lemony flavor.
with lemony flavor.
Oh,
So
super.
imagine, there's a reason to be in the wild. Okay, and this is one of them.
Super.
So all your senses will become active. Then you can see this is the Dagadi Balli,
Dagadi
or
balli
Cocculus, yeah, Cocculus hirsutus growing here. Then I have sandalwood here.
Oh,
Yeah, this is sandalwood growing here.
here I can see sandalwood and neem also.
Yes, Santalum album is the botanical name. This is highly precious for me, not the wood. People grow sandalwood for the wood purpose, and they always say, you grow this plant, you'll become a millionaire later on. But then whether I become a millionaire or a thief who takes this off becomes a millionaire is a big question. So I don't want to even think of those things. But I do use these plants in my farm, especially for its leaves.
Leaves.
Okay, so we harvest the leaves like this, the tender leaves, just the tender leaves, and not to worry while harvesting the tender leaves, because that's exactly what we want. And then next week I'll have another bunch of leaves ready for me to harvest.
Okay.
So what do we do with these leaves?
Hope it is not comes under Forest Act.
No, not at this stage. Not at this stage.
Okay.
It's only when you leave it for becoming a timber.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is another asset that not many people recognize.
Okay.
This is sandalwood tender leaves for you, and we use this as food.
Food
Yes, sandalwood leaves
along
tender
with other
leaves-
greens.
Sandalwood tender leaves are edible,
Okay.
and I make tumbli with this. Tumbli is a delicacy that we make using buttermilk.
Yes.
Okay, that is something that we do. Or I also make chutney out of this.
It's a actually signature cuisine of Malnad, I guess.
Absolutely, yes, yes, yes.
Tambali.
You have tambali. Malnad people make tambali with various variety of things.
Yes, yes.
Okay, anything that you find around, they make it into a tambali.
They make it as a tambali.
Yeah, and that's one of the secrets of their health also.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm trying to imitate them to an extent.
Okay.
So sandalwood leaves, I use it for tambali or making chutney. Fresh leaves we use as chutney also, along with this Indian borage. This is a little bitter. So to break that bitterness, I use Indian borage leaves. Maybe we can show that later. Indian borage leaves. And also in my Sante, Sogodu Sante, there's one product which is highly famous, and that is my herbal chutney powder.
Herbal chutney powder.
Herbal chutney powder.
Dried one.
Yes. So in that, what I do is I add sandalwood leaves, then I have moringa leaves, drumstick leaves.
Drumsticks.
Okay. Then I add brahmi leaves, and then multivitamin leaves. Okay, and then curry leaves.
Multivitamins means chakramuni.
Chakramuni.
Okay.
So I add all of these things and I make it into chutney powder.
Okay.
And that is highly sought after. And then every time I make we will not have for our own use.
Oh.
Today again I have to, today is Friday. So tomorrow is my Sante. I already have order for 2 kilos of this chutney pudi.
For that we have to dry it, right?
No, not this one. I already have a stock.
Okay, you have the stock.
I have stock. I generally maintain stock of these things because we don't get when we need it.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I harvest this. Now since I have tender leaves, I harvest it and make sure that it is dried and kept.
Yes.
So when I need it, I can use it.
Okay.
So the message I want to give again is, you can see the kind of farming we are doing here.
Yes.
Okay. I don't have labor. I'm not able to invest heavily on the modern kind of farming. So I just go with the flow. I let nature thrive and I just take what she offers me in a little smart way. Oh. And then also trying to stay healthy with all of these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, sandalwood is here. Then I can also see another beautiful plant here, but unfortunately someone has already been munching on it. This is Atibala.
Atibala.
Yeah.
You showed the bala.
Yeah, earlier I showed the bala.
Yeah.
This is Atibala. This is also called as Tutti Gida.
Tutti Gida.
Tutti Gida.
Yeah.
In the botanical name of this is Abutilon indicum. Abutilon indicum is the botanical name. This gives you yellow flowers, and these leaves also are edible. I can add these also into my curry. And they also, the roots of this plant also is highly useful as a nerve tonic. So, Atibala. This is another plant. This is called Polyalthia cirsoides. Polyalthia cirsoides, or it's called Hessare Hano in Kannada.
Hessare Hano.
Hessare Hano. This is one of the wild fruits. Usually birds love to have this, and then there's always a severe competition between who gets to the fruit first.
Yes.
Okay. So you can see this is still not ripe. Actually, it should be fully red, and then only it's good. But then you can try, since we have these things on offer now. I take one, you take one.
Wait.
It should be fully red, but then we'll see. Good. Fully red is will be even more sweeter. This is the seed. Yeah, and that's how they start forming.
Okay.
A very useful plant to have in the farm. Okay.
This is a fully grown tree, I guess.
This is the fully grown tree.
Yeah.
Okay, while talking about this plant, I need to introduce you to one more thing. Another activity of Nature Inspires. You have observed how much of native diversity is here in this farm. This farm is no special place. Any other place, if you just hand it over to nature, it will make sure that these plants come there as well.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, today we are in a state where we recognize and we respect only certain plants based on their commercial values.
Yes.
But these plants are very, very useful and must have in an ecosystem, in a balanced ecosystem. Because Chiguru EcoSpace Nature in Chiguru EcoSpace is the name of my farm. Nature Inspires is the umbrella organization under which Chiguru EcoSpace operates. So, Nature Inspires, we have recognized 112 different types of birds.
Here.
Yes.
Okay.
As I told you, there's so much of food, there's so much of place for them to have their shelter, so they feel at home. So we have recognized, we have noticed 112.
Endemic birds or migratory birds also?
Some of them are migratory as well.
Okay.
We have a log of those things. A friend of mine called Abhishek helps me in keeping track of the bird count.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm also welcoming anyone who is interested in doing this. Please come over. We can have some nice fun.
You are tracking only birds, or you are taking amphibians?
Everything, everything. We are also tracking amphibians, in spiders, snakes.
Oh.
Okay, so we have a profile built up for this. And I was talking about this one. Yeah, see what we do is, you must have seen a lot of nurseries, and most nurseries focus on commercially important or either ornamental or horticulture crops.
Yes.
But we want to focus on these essential plants.
Essential and endemic plants.
Essential, not, okay, of course endemic plants also, endangered and rare species.
Yes.
Okay. Also, this is not just for human use. This is, if I want to have a nice bird population around me, it's important that I have 1 or 2 trees of this in my farm.
Yes.
Okay. So the message to all of you viewers who are setting up your farm, because I'm seeing many people from cities like Bengaluru go out and start having their own small farms. You grow whatever you want, have all of your horticulture crops there, but then just have some space dedicated for nature.
Yes.
And have plants like this. Okay, this is called Polyalthia cirsoides, and yeah, and those are the fruits. And as part of Nature Inspires initiatives, we have nursery called Sanjeevani.
Okay.
And Nature Inspires Sanjeevani is all about restoring these kind of native species. Okay. So we have about, as of today, we have about 80 different species listed out, and then we are growing them in our nursery.
You have the sapling also?
That's what.
Okay.
So we have the saplings. So anyone who is interested in growing these kind of plants which are useful for ecosystem, you can contact us. They may not be of much commercial value for you.
Yes.
But they are useful for your space. Okay. So, and then once in a while they also give you those beautiful tasty fruits, so you can enjoy it, and they keep you healthy.